Hello ladies and gentle ladies, welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be doing some Railroad, even though it is Sunday and I haven't streamed yesterday, which is weird because usually we do Industria and then Railroad, but today we're going to be doing some Railroad because honestly I'm just a little bit burnt out with Industria at the moment with all the rewriting of multi-blocks and stuff. It is just very brain consuming, so probably going to be taking a break from Industria just for a little while, and we'll come back to it eventually. We're not leaving it forever, but I'd rather not get burnt out. So yeah, we're going to be doing some Railroad today. I just need to get everything set up. I think the music is fine today. Is it? Let me listen to the stream back. Because I obviously cannot hear the music, so I'm just kind of guessing, but it's fine. Let's see. Yes, that sounds fine. Okay, fantastic. So, as I said, we're going to be doing some Railroad, and we're going to be continuing, obviously, with the Java parser. We don't have anything else that we can actually do at the moment, so that's what we're doing. Okay. Lovely. Let me quickly do the good old Discord announcement that I almost forgot to do for a second, and then we'll get started. There's limited things I can actually say in these notifications now, but that will have to do. Okay. Railroad is open. Good. IntelliJ has an error, which is lovely. Okay, now actually... Oh, wait, I've made some changes to other things. What have I done? Between streams I must have done something. What have I done? Oh. That's fine, I can just discard that. And okay, right, let's switch views. Actually, I just need to move some things in my room. Don't want to dox myself again. Okay. And it's extremely dark at the moment, so we're actually going to start with my light on as well. Let me switch views like that. Hello? Like that? Thank you. And probably turn my camera on, which I can already see is not positioned. Actually, kind of fine, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was in the right place, but it's actually fine. Ignore the t-shirt, I'm not Irish. I got this from someone. I don't know, someone gave me this t-shirt. Someone who had been to Ireland. I don't know actually who got me this t-shirt, but I'm not Irish, to be clear. Even though the t-shirt would suggest that. Though granted, anyone who's Irish isn't going to wear an Irish t-shirt, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Anyways, Railroad. Hello, Demon Dev. Welcome to the stream. Things are going pretty well. We're going to be doing kind of the usual stuff today. Hello, Soya Bim. I'm sure that's still not how I meant to say your name, but welcome to the stream. It has been a while, I think. Has it been a... When did I last stream? The 8th of the 9th. No, it hasn't been a while. It feels like it's been a really long time for some reason. I think that's because I've been working on a lot of other things recently. Where's the gigantic thing on your bed? That is all bubble wrap. That is a massive part, like it's massive pile of bubble wrap. Just for my dad's business. He has it all stored up here. So it's just a big pile of bubble wrap, which I cannot pop, unfortunately. I cannot pop the bubbles, but yeah, that just has to sit all over there for now. But yes, Railroad. I'm not sure if I like having it on my right monitor, actually. Last stream I had it on my right monitor, didn't I? But it feels really weird now. I don't know if I've moved my... I think I've moved my monitors a little bit. which way everything feels just a tiny bit off. It doesn't need to move a lot. Just need to move it. I think actually I also had OBS on my middle monitor. Like that. That's better. Okay. Okay. This is fun. Bit weird, but it's fine. So yes, last time. What did we do last time? It is a crazy question. Hello, Wolfie Boy. Welcome to the stream. Hello, 86 or Wide, as I will call you. I don't know why I called you 86. I never do that. Welcome, Wide, to the stream. Need to announce this shit, but I literally announced the stream. What do you mean? Plus, the Discord server literally has a recurring event every Sunday. We do a railroad stream. It's a recurring event. Like, you can't. This isn't a miss. You can't miss this. But yes. This is Railroad Core. That's why I'm getting confused. I thought for a second I lost everything. IDE, SST, Parser. Nope. It's been a while, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't worked on anything since the last stream. Oh, okay. We were here. Right, we were doing statements. And we were going through all the statements and doing each one of them. So last time we finished off doing a for statement. And we created is enhanced for loop, which, okay. What you're usually a busy bee between three. Usually I do some work on Railroad between streams, but I actually don't think I've done anything on Railroad. We can check though. If we go history, last one was 6 days ago. Yeah, which would have been the stream. Yeah. That was the last time I worked on it. Because I've been working on a different project more recently, which is not another project I'm starting, and then, you know, this isn't that whole thing, but this is correct, I think. I think Copert's correct with this one. But yeah, I've just been working on another thing, which has been quite fun, but it's not, it's very different to this. It's nothing like, yeah, it is very different. But regardless, we're back to Railroad. So yeah, for statements. So first we have enhanced for statement, then we have a basic for statement. I think we'll start with enhanced because it's just simpler, to be honest. Like you know, I mean, this is first of all an not an enchanted, an enhanced for statement. So we've already got the open parenthesis. Oh god. Ugh. Okay. Well, if we've already done that, I mean, I guess that makes sense because this is the for statement generally, and then this is an enhanced for statement. Just got here what's going on. What is going on is we are trying to pass a for statement. So specifically, we're trying to pass a for. Can I not do I guess not, because I don't have anything to do it with. So if I have a list of, bro, Java or IntelliJ needs an easy way to make a list, man. So I don't have to do like a list of, you know, strings equal a new array list. What we're trying to pass right now is this right here. That's what we're trying to pass. Why not do return is enhanced for loop, pass it enhanced. We very much could do that. I don't know. I think I prefer it like this. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Is that any better? Really? I mean, if that goes there. Wait, where do you usually put the colon on a new line, or do you put the I don't remember actually. I don't remember what I usually do. I think I usually do this. I don't know if I prefer this because it feels like because this method does a lot of things. Like, this is a pretty in-depth method. So to me, it just feels better to do this because it's doing a lot of things. This method is doing a lot of stuff. So when you just shove it into a ternary statement, I mean, even this, really, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously well, technically, it's another local variable declaration. So technically, it's computationally more expensive to do this. But it's like, we're talking like 1 nanosecond. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the compiler actually optimizes this and just inlines this. It probably does, actually, because it's only used here. The compiler would probably see that. It would probably just take this and inline it here. Because this, yeah, and it just probably wouldn't even have the variable declaration. So to be honest, it is probably completely and utterly irrelevant. The fact that, yeah, so anyways, what we're passing is this. Let's do that. What is being passed? We are passing Java. Specifically the enhanced for statement. But obviously this whole thing is for passing the entirety of Java. As you can see, it's rather long. Have we reached 1,000 lines yet? We have. We're over 1,000 lines. We're at 1,152. At some point, I might kind of abstract some of this. Not abstract it, but like split it up into different classes. Purely just because... let me do that real quick as well. Purely just because this is so long. I mean, it's like fine if I'm using the structure here. Or if I'm just searching, right? If I look for, you know, parse top level declaration, I can find it there. But I don't know. I think I will probably split it up a little bit. Okay, so what's going on here then? So what is Copilot trying to do, right? Or I guess we need to figure out what we actually want to do first of all. So we can do at not null final, right? I believe. Yes, we can. So we do have to pass annotations and we have to pass modifiers. So Copilot's correct. We do need to do that. Then we need to pass a type preference. That's the string there. That's fine. Perfectly reasonable. Then we pass an identifier, which is the name of the variable. Fine. Then we expect colon. We pass an expression. That's correct, because this is just an expression. You know, we could do, for example, a new array list here, which would be a new expression. So a new expression like that. So yes, this is just an expression. So Where did that just go? Did I just accidentally delete that? Oh, never mind. That was never written. Copilot was trying to write it. I'm getting lost, chat. So yes, we expect a colon, we pass an expression, we expect a closing parenthesis, we pass a body, which is just a statement, right? It could be a block statement, but it could not be a block statement. So it could be like, because you could do this, right? You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, system dot out dot print line string. You could do that, and it doesn't have to be like a block, so you don't need your parentheses, or you don't need your braces. That took me a second. You don't technically need braces, of course, so we just pass a statement. That's perfectly reasonable. So I think that's correct. What's it saying? A local variable declaration statement. Is it a local variable declaration statement though? Is that correct? I mean, I guess so. No, because you can't declare multiple variables, right? Or can you? Can you? That is a lovely question. Can you declare multiple variables in an enhanced for? Why is this complaining? Alright, that's just because if I need to do like that for that stop complaining. But can I do like, how would you even do that? I guess like this. So if I just do boolean my boo, no. But can I do semicolon? Semicolon. Or it would more likely be the other way around, right? Yeah, see, it doesn't like that. My bool false. Yeah. So it's not really one of those. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I wonder what IntelliJ says it is. If I do this, and then I go PSI, and select this for loop, block statement, no. New expression, no. Code block, no. Pass enhanced for statement, here we go. Oh wait. Oh, no, that's the method name. Right, so that's the parameter list, reference list, code block. Here we go. And then it has a for each statement. And then a PSI parameter. So it's saying it's just a parameter. I mean, I guess it is, isn't it? It is a parameter. Because all of the rules for this variable right here are the exact same rules that you would have for a parameter. So as weird as it is, this is just a parameter. So what we should do is get rid of, well, no, that's all fine, but, oh wait, is it? Do I have pass parameter? I do. And what does that require? Nothing. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I mean, what I would do is I would make this a parameter. And I would just call this, what do we call it? So is that the correct parameter? No, that one. I guess that's a fine name, isn't it? Yeah, that's a fine name. That's not a problem. But what we can do is we can just use this. Now, why is this not... There we go. I don't know why that was... I want them to be in the same... Yeah, that's fine. So if we go back to here, we actually just want to do parameter variable declaration is equal pass parameter. Now what happens if I do this? If we exclude the not null. Unexpected token. I guess the question is that a parse error or is that a semantic error? I'm gonna say it's a semantic error, but I actually don't think it is. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. If we're being real. As for where I determine where that error... Yeah, that's fine. That's not an issue. Let's get rid of all of these. And then we just have variable declaration, which we're going to put there. And then, yep, that can go as well. And that's it. So then, local variable declaration, iteration expression, body. Variable declaration, iterable body. Yeah. What about string array and not string ... That should be fine. There's no reason why that shouldn't be fine. If this was a array list of string array, yeah, that's fine. I mean, even... Yeah, you can't do that. But I think that's probably a semantic issue. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Because there isn't really any way for us to find out. But ChatGPT will probably figure it out. By... I don't know how it would know, to be honest. Because, like, how would you even Google that? You can't just Google... varargs in a for loop. A semantic issue, not a semantic issue or syntactic issue. I'm not going to find an answer just by Googling that. Yeah, I'm not. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I'll show you guys what I'm asking, actually, that's fine. Is the varargs a semantic error or a syntactic? That's syntactic? Is that? I don't know. Error. Caught by semantic analysis or what's the parser called? It's not lexical. It's not... Oh my god, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it just called syntactic and that syntax? It might be. But I'm just gonna say parser. If it is valid syntax. Yes, it only arises semantically. The for loop requires the element type to match what the iterable provides. Yeah. Oh, well, that's fine, but whatever. So the parser accepts it. The semantic. Okay, I mean, it could be lying. But I think it's probably correct because that makes the most sense in reality. Because the parser shouldn't care. Since a string ... is valid Java, it shouldn't care if it's inside of a for each loop. So that's fine. We're not going to worry about that. Let's get rid of that. Let's do that. Close parenthesis, that's fine. And then span from the start, variable declaration, iterable, body. That's all fine. Okay, boom. That was the easy one. Now for the hard one, which is going to be a for statement. Now, do we trust Copilot here? So what's it doing here? So it's first grabbing a list of initializers, because in a normal for loop, you can initialize multiple variables, right? So you can, I mean, I've never actually seen it done, but you can do it. You can do I is less than 10, but you could also do, I don't know how you do it actually. Is it comma? Into j is equal 0? No, how do you do it? Is it like that? Yeah, it's like that. And then you could say, and j is less than 20, comma, j plus equals 2 or something. I don't know. Yeah, you can do that. So this is really what? This is like kind of the most complex thing that we're going to try and parse here. Let's take this for a second and do that so that we can see this. So if the next is not a semicolon, because a semicolon would mean it's the end of the initializers, that's fine. That isn't like that. Oh, but that's because, yeah, I mean, these should be expressions. That one, I think. Is that correct? Does this require expressions or what? Statements. No, an optional statement. What? I mean, yeah, kind of. How's the weather down south? It is very rainy. Very rainy and quite windy. I think it's like 50-mile-per-hour winds. This isn't like crazy, but it's pretty high. But very, very rainy. I think the whole UK's got it very rainy at the moment, though. So it's wonderful. I don't know about that one. It's all right, but it's not. I don't know that I would consider it wonderful. You might be stretching it a little bit there. Let's do this. Initializer is equal. Can I pass local? Do I not have a local? Oh. What am I thinking of? I thought I had this. Much better than scorching heat than Celsius. I mean, that's true. It is better than that, but large variable declarator. No. Am I crazy? I thought I had code to pass a local variable declaration statement. Let me find a local variable. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Next is var or final. Or it could also be an at though, right? It could be an annotation. Next is, well, why am I not just doing this? Why am I not just doing that? No. Okay. Have you had an explosive week? I don't know. Actually, you know, I don't know what I've done this week. Like, outside of the project I've been working on. I've done stuff. I've been places. I don't remember what or where or why or when. So yeah, that's been my week. I genuinely don't really know what I've done. Yeah, this isn't optional. Why have I done this as optional? Like, there's always I guess it's kind of optional, but it kind of is optional. I was kind of right. What I need to do then is I need to do try pass, and I need to do like that, which I think gives me nope. Rolling back if it fails. Issues or yeah, right. But does it? No. Okay, in that case, I will do optional dot of nullable. Because I don't know exactly. But what does this happen if it fails? Return result. Attempt not apply. So what does it return? Oh, okay. Because, say for example, this doesn't throw an error, does it? Oh, this returns a missing token. Which is probably what it would do. Oh, but it doesn't return that. What the fuck does it return? I guess it still tries to return something. And try pass fails on under what condition? If result is null. But the result wouldn't be null, would it? Or would it? I guess it would. Yeah, I guess it would be null. Because if we look at, let's see, what's similar to this? Hello, Frosty Flipper, welcome to the stream. Okay, I cannot keep a straight face saying that. It's too funny. Okay, I don't have an example of what I'm looking for. This is great. This is great. But I think this is fine. And I'll just have to handle that. I'll have to make sure I return null if it fails. So that's fine. Then we pass a condition. Oh my god, why am I yawning so much? Yeah, it's funny. I don't yawn all day, and then I start streaming, and I just start yawning. I don't know why. I'm not tired, and I'm not bored, so I don't know why I'm yawning. Probably because I'm yapping so much. Actually, that's probably why. I don't say anything the rest of the day, so. Anyways, if the next is not a semicolon, that's fine, because if the next was a semicolon like this, then that means it's no condition, so that's fine. Then it expects a semicolon. Makes sense. Then it has a list of updaters. If the next is not a closed, if the next is not a closed parenthesis, then we pass an expression whilst we match a comma. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct, because if it matches a comma, yeah, that's fine. So then we pass a statement, which is the body. That's reasonable, because obviously, once again, same as with the enhanced for statement, you don't have to have the parentheses. We can still do system.out.println without the the braces, the goddamn braces, not the parentheses. So yes, basic format statement. So this has an optional of a statement. This is, yeah, why is this not complaining? Why is this not telling me, like, hey, this is an optional, not a statement? I don't know. Lovely question, though. But that's the initializer. So then initializer, condition, updaters. Yeah, I don't know why I called that updates. It's updaters. Terrible naming from me. Updaters, there we go. Such about what's happening? What's happening? What have I missed? What did I miss, chat? Please don't use ChatGPT. Oh, I see. You know, what I was thinking, I might do a video where I use ChatGPT to make a mod and see how it goes. I think actually it's a little more competent than it used to be for modding, I would guess. I haven't honestly tried it in a long time for modding. I imagine it's a lot better than it used to be. Not that you should use it, I wouldn't recommend it, but I think it is just actually better. Why? What? Excuse me? Okay, why doesn't this extend statement then? Okay, great. I'm not skipping the ads on the stream, so try to cash out some pounds. Thank you, that is much appreciated. Though I don't think it works like that. I don't think it matters how much of the ad you watch. I don't think. Isn't it like if you don't skip the ad, then the advertiser has to pay? No, how does that work? It's something like that. If you don't skip the ad, then the advertiser has to pay some additional amount or something. If you skip it, they don't. No. I don't know. It was something like that. I don't think it affects how much I earn, though. I don't know. Because I use an ad blocker, so I wouldn't know. I tell you what, though. If the creators do earn more, then creators should be convincing people to watch on their TV, because you can't get friggin' ad blocker on a TV, and it's very annoying. But anyways, past try statement. Try statement. The try statement is, I think, extremely easy. I think. Yeah, because... Okay, first things first, we have a span start is equal current span. Let's run Copilot off again, so we can do some stuff by ourselves. So we then need to look for the actual try keyword, right? So try, and we can say what I'm actually just going to turn Copilot back on for a second, just so it can, yeah, do that, because I'm lazy. Okay, then we expect, I should have kept it on, because then we need to expect a open parenthesis after try. Oh, no we don't, no we don't, no we don't, no we don't. I'm not thinking straight. We do not do that. We need to see if we match an open parenthesis. What we can have is we can have a list of what are they called? They're called local variable declaration statements. Which is, I don't know what they're called. What are they actually called? Like, what is the name for a statement declared in a try of resources? Is it just a resource? Probably a resource statement. I don't know. Resource statements is equal to a new array list. And then if we match an open parenthesis, then what do we say? What do we say? We want to do a while loop, right? So do, because you have to have one, I think. I think you have to have, if you do this. Yes, okay. So we can do resource statements dot add pass local variable declaration statement, like that, and then while question, actually very important question at that. Does this handle the semicolons? It's a very important question. Based on this, I would say yes, it does. So that's fine then. We can do while we do not match a close parenthesis, right? I think. Is that correct? We should say is not at end. And next is not. And then we can expect a close parenthesis. That way, if we reach the end of the file, without finding one, we can actually give an error that says we need a close parenthesis, which is actually much better if we do that. Then what we can do, thank you, Copilot. We do want that, yes. Because then we just pass a block like that. And then... does a try statement have the catches and the finalies? I think it might, mightn't it? Fuck. If it does, that is going to throw us for a little bit of a loop. Oh. Resource? Why though? Why? Why did I do this? It's just a local variable declaration. I don't need this. And say bye-bye. This is a local variable declaration statement. Pretty sure this is exactly the same. Ah, kind of not. Bugger. Because this has a list of declarations. And it doesn't have a... Oh wait, does it? Does it have a init expression? Yes, it does. Okay, it does. So a lot of this can be handled by the semantic... A lot of this can be handled by the semantic analyzer, so that's fine. So, once we pass the try block, we have to look for the catch clauses. Now you can't put a finally before a catch, so this should actually be pretty simple. What we can say is a list of catch clause catches is equal to a new array list, and then whilst what? Good question. Whilst what? We basically want to look for them, I guess, just whilst they exist, right? I think so. So whilst next is any catch, then we want to create a span, so we put span, or really we just want to parse a catch, I guess. Okay. We just want to do catches dot add parse catch clause, and then we can do that in a second. Perfect. And then finally we can have an a finally. So we could do if let's do this. Let's do an optional of a finally clause. Finally clause. And we can rename this to catch clauses is equal optional dot empty, and then we can just reassign it in the if statement. So if next is any finally, then finally clause is equal optional dot of parse finally clause, and then return a new try statement, which will take in the span from the start. Then it will take in the resource statements. Then it will take in the try block. Then it will take in the catch clauses, which there is a little bit of a sneaky E there. And then finally it will take in the finally clause. Okay, that's correct. So now we can just pass a catch clause, which should be not too hard, I think. So we can expect a catch keyword first of all. Expected catch keyword. Then we can expect a open parenthesis. Expected open parenthesis to start catch clause. Like that. Then what comes after an open parenthesis? Well, I think it's just a parameter, right? Yes, it's just a parameter. So we can say parameter is equal pass parameter. Let's have a look at this, check that this is all correct. Yeah, that's fine. There's not a problem. Here we are. And then we can expect, let's do this and then do this and then close parenthesis. No. No, it's not, is it? We need to have a list of parameter. Parameters equal a new array list. And then we can do a do while parameters dot add pass parameter whilst we match a pipe. It's not called a pipe, is it? What did I call it? Fuck, what did I call it? What did I have called it? Other than a pipe, what the fuck would I have called it? Don't tell me I called it a freaking bitewise or. I did. Oh. Okay. That's not what it is though, is it? It's a pipe. I mean, likewise, this is also not that. This is an ampersand. I'm not convinced that's how you spell that. Rename to percent. Isn't that exactly what I just had? Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I'm gonna call this a tilde as well. That is called a tilde, right? Have I remembered what it's called for once? Tilde symbol, I think. Yeah, I got it right for once. What's this called? Is it called? It's called a hat, isn't it? Is it called a hat? Is that what it's called? Bitewise. Or bitwise. I always call it bitewise, but it's bitwise. Or operator in Java name. Where am I typing? Bro, okay. I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's XOR. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Character itself is called a carrot, sometimes also called a circumflex. So is it a carrot or a circumflex? Okay, a circumflex I think is only when it's above a letter. Yeah. It's only when it's above a letter. So it's just called a carrot. So if I rename this to carrots. Okay, is there any others I've done that with that need to not be that? Colon, question mark. Fine. That should really just be equals, but I also I already have equals. So that's gonna have to work. I don't like calling this greater than. Let's call it. What are these called? Angled brackets, right? So if I say right angled bracket, and then this is left angled bracket. I think that's what they're called. Angle brackets. Let me do a quick Google search. Symbol. Yes, they are called angle brackets. Also known as chevrons. Never heard anyone refer to them as chevrons. But sure, I guess this is also not a not, it's an exclamation. I haven't spelled that right, have I? Have I? I have. Damn. Arrow, double colon, equals. Yeah. Those are fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. Divide, I think, is fine. Slash isn't used for anything else, is it? So that's fine. Modulus, tilde, ampersand, pipe, caret, at. And these are all doubles. And I just don't like this one, but I don't know what to call equals otherwise. So unless I call it double equals. I could call it double equals. You know, let's call it double equals. Double equals. We'll just call that equals. There we go. Hello, Yash Agarwal. Welcome to the stream. Okay, it's been an hour. What did I miss? You have missed 4 statements, and you have missed us starting work on try statements. As well. Oh no, we're currently doing catch statements, but yes, you've missed us doing try statements as well. So yes, we just pass a parameter whilst we match a pipe symbol, because you can obviously have try and then catch. You can catch on IO exception, E, or runtime exception, E. Oh wait, no you don't though, do you? It's like that. Fuck. Wait, can you do this? You can. So can you do this? Or not like that, but like this. Yes. Interesting. Oof, that's interesting. Because that means we can't just pass a parameter. These aren't just parameters. What are these? Variable declar... No, that's not correct. They're not variable declarators. You know what they are, though? They are... This. Right? No, not that. This? No. Wait, maybe. Let me look at this, because they're in here somewhere. These union types. They're a union type. But this only allows for a left and a right. Is that correct? I guess so. I guess the question is, could you do T? If T was defined, right? If T extends runtime exception. No. That looks like a semantic issue. I think. Right? I would say so. Cannot catch type parameters because that's contextual, right? So therefore it's semantic. Therefore this is not done by the parser. So in that case, I think what this does is parses a, but it doesn't, well, it kind of parses a type ref, but it's not just a type. It's not though, is it? Okay, can this be final? Can I do this? Maybe? If I do this... No, not that. If I do... what's an exception that's not an IO exception? Null pointer exception. What's it saying? Oh! Interesting. Such a pain in the butt, man. Okay. The best bet in that case is to try and pass a type, right? So we want to pass a type reference, correct? Yeah. Yes, we do. We want to pass a... But that's not going to work because that's going to try and pass you. No, it's not. Never mind. It won't try and pass a union type. That's actually not handled here. So I can actually just get rid of those and get rid of that. Yeah. Okay. So that's not going to try and pass a union type. So that will be fine. Now where are we? I'm lost. We're here. Let me comment this out. Let me not comment it out, actually. There's no point. So we'll have the type reference, but we want to pass things before the type reference. So we want annotations and we want modifiers. So what we do is we have a list. Copilot can do this because I don't want to write this out again. I've written this out so many times. Okay, Copilot doesn't even know what I want right now. This is very sad. Oh, it might be because it needs to be a list of modifiers first. I don't know which way around I've written it in the past. But we want to pass mod. There you go, that's why. Okay. So we passed out our modifiers and the annotations. Then we take the type reference. Like that. Yes. I can't do like this, can I? Can I? What's that saying? Okay, no. So then what we do after we've so we match a pipe, and then we don't want an identifier, so we don't want a list of parameters. So what are these? What are these? They are a Are they a parameter? Kind of. But not really. I just want this, this, and this. No, I can search for. I can search for this. Record component. No, that also has a name. Damn it! God freaking damn it. What do I call it? What do I call it? Call it a... Okay, I have a name. And it might not make sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. So that's why I'm going to call it this. I'm going to call it a sugar type graph. Which, it sounds stupid. But it makes sense to me. So that's why I'm calling it that. I'll probably come back and change it at some point if I can figure out a better name, but since I can't figure out a better name, this is kind of what I'm stuck with. So type graph, base type, sure, whatever. And that's it. I mean, that's all this is. This is technically going to be an AST node, though. Well, because it has a span primarily, but I guess it's actually a type graph as well. So this also permits a sugar type graph. And then we go boom, like that. And then what does it want? It wants kind, which we will return a sugar type, which obviously doesn't exist, but that's fine. List of sure, that's fine, I guess. And then we can add modifiers, annotations, base type, return list copy of children. Thank you, Copilot. I actually got it right. And then visit a sugar type. So this is correct. So let's go into here and find our types. Here they are. Not like that. We want to do like that, which would be like this. Yeah, like this. So we would have like a final my annotation, whatever. I don't know why I've done a list of string. That's kind of a dumb thing to do, but we'd have like an integer, for example. Yeah, so it's basically just a type, but with modifiers and annotations. I think that's reasonable. Now we need this, so let's go into here to our visit sugar type. Boom. Sugar type graph. So now we can go into the catch clause, and we have no, not catch. Wait, are we in catch? We are in catch. Yes. So we have a list of sugar type graph, which is the exception types, and then we have a name, which is the variable name, like that. And then we can just create a new list. So we're going to do a list of AST nodes. Let's not. Thank you. And then we can do that, do that, do that, return that. Boom. That's done. So now in here, we can do a list of sugar type ref, and we can do that. And from if we want a span start, we're going to want a start up here though. Span start equal current span. This will be type ref start, like that. So then we can do a span from type ref start, modifiers, annotations, type ref. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's fine. So then this will be the sugar type. Sure, whatever. Or I'll call this exception types. So then we match a pipe, and then what we expect is we expect to have an identifier, and then we expect to have a close parenthesis. Now, actually, we don't want to expect an identifier. We want to take the identifier and turn it into a name, like that. And then we expect a close parenthesis, and then we return this. Yes, we need a block. That's true. So we want a statement body, which will be like that. It doesn't like that because that's a block statement. That's not correct. Is that correct? Does it have to be a block statement? Try catch exception E. Can I do shout E like that? No. Interesting. It does have to be a block statement. Wonder why. I guess a try also has to be a block statement though, right? Like I can't do this. Should probably fix that then, huh? Oh no, I am actually doing that. Okay. So this will be a block statement. Body, we can pass block. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. Let's not do that. I'm just getting some music because I don't like the silence. No. That'll do. Okay. You guys still have music, don't you? I think. Let's check. Yes. Let me bring up the queue, just so I know what you guys are listening to. Okay, that's all good. Okay, fantastic. So that's our catch clauses. Then we have the finally clause, which I think is just a block, right? Yeah, it's just a finally keyword followed by a block. Nice and simple. Okay, we'll come back to local variable declarations. We have a few things to do first. Now, synchronized. I don't know how synchronized works. I'll be honest, guys. I've used it once or twice, and I don't really remember in what context or how. I think you do like synchronized A being like the variable. So I think if I have like a int my int, I think I can do synchronize my int. Or kind of like object. Oh, it has to be an object. So like integer. And it has to be initialized. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Synchronization on instance of a value-based class. Interesting. Dereference of myInt may produce a non-pointer exception. Synchronization on local variable myInt. Yeah, I think I see what it's saying. So it's saying, I mean, really, you're talking like if you had, well, an atomic reference is a dumb example because it's already synchronized. But if we had like, I don't know, a string builder. Sure, myInt is a dumb name, but whatever. And then you would do like things in here. So you do add, append. Yeah, that's how you use it. What is? Oh, because it's a local variable. That's fine. Is there a reason you're writing your own Java parser? Yes, because everything else is too slow, or isn't updated, or doesn't support incremental parsing, or many other reasons. So yes, that is. Did I just delete that method? I did, didn't I? I'm an idiot. Oh my god, stop. Is Copilot correct, actually? Synchronized keyword, open parenthesis, expression, close parenthesis, block. Yeah, I mean, that's correct. I assume it is correct in saying you can't do... no, you can't, because IntelliJ would do the stuff. That's fine. Okay, return. Return, I think, is actually one of the easiest, because it's just return keyword followed by an expression, right? If next is not a semicolon... Yeah, that's true, actually. It's because there might not be an expression. Because you could just do return, right? That's fine. And then it expects a semicolon, returns the statement. Yeah, simple. Pro statement, I think it's a same? No, because you... throw statements, you have to throw something, right? You can't just... Yes, I think that's correct. You have to throw something. So it's actually even simpler. Yeah, it's just an expression. Excuse me? Am I crazy? You do have to throw something, don't you? Is there ever an instance where you can just type throw? No. No, I don't think so. I think this is actually incorrect. I think this is just an expression. And then we can just return this dot of expression. I'm 99.9% sure you have to throw something. Don't think you can just... I mean, I'm trying to think if there's ever an edge case, but I think you do have to throw something. But break statement, you can have a label. That's true. Yeah. The next is an identifier, then we expect the end identifier. Yeah, that's fine. What's this complaining about? Break expression? You can't break on an expression, can you? Why do I feel like this isn't correct? Why would you ever have an expression in a break statement? It's you just break on a label, don't you? I'm gonna have to Google it now. I'm not sure why I ever would have written it like that if that wasn't the case. Java language specification 24. We'll go HTML. No, we'll go PDF. PDF is more fun. Never mind. PDFs don't have dark mode. I forgot about that. Here you go. You guys can watch. Break statement. No, it's just an identifier. Why did I add an expression in there, bro? I'm actually losing it. Hey, what is this program? I don't know if you mean the program I'm developing or the program I'm using. The program I'm using is IntelliJ. The program I'm developing is Railroad. They are both IDEs. I'm developing an IDE in an IDE, yes. That is very much correct. What are you using? I'm using IntelliJ IDEA from JetBrains, which is a code editor. Admittedly, I'm not sure how you found yourself here without knowing that. Be real. Unless YouTube is doing weird recommendations. But yes, IntelliJ is a code editor. It's normal to not understand APIs to learn. Okay, you deleted it. I was about to try and understand what you said, but I will not try and do that now. Continue. Also takes in a label. Yeah, that's correct. Because you can continue a label. That's correct. Assert, I think, is just expressions. I think you just assert an expression, right? Expression message. Wait, expression condition. Optional expression message? Sorry, I'm not a programmer and I thought that Eclipse is only for... No, Eclipse is for Java, yes, but it's kind of... No one really uses Eclipse anymore, to be honest. Wait, chat, does anyone use assert statements here and knows how assert statements work? I didn't know you could write a message. Is that even correct? Can I assert start is not equal null? Colon. That's a thing? Okay. I did not know that. That is the weirdest thing. Wow. Because the thing is, I never use assert statements because they're dumb, right? You shouldn't use assert statements. So is this just the error message? Wait, I've lost the friggin' JLS spec. Oh my god. Literally just had it open and now I've lost it again. Crazy. Assert. Here we go. Assert statements. Am I sure I have, yeah. Assert expression, colon, expression. To raise the expression in both the host statements, expression 1. Hard time expect error if expression 1 does not have type boolean. If that is void. So either enabled or disabled definitions. The evaluation of the Google Boolean expression, then error is reported if the expression evaluation is false. Right, but what is the second one for? Wait, what the fuck? Okay, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, yes, I guess this technically evaluates to a Boolean, but like... like... If expression 2 is present, it is evaluated. The evaluation completely bugs for some reason. The assert statement completes but for the same reason. If the evaluation completes normally, an assertion error whose detail message is the resulting value of expression 2 is created. I see. If expression 2 is not present, an assertion error instance with no detail message is created. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I just lost it again. Come back, please. Okay, I'm not going to close it this time. I'm going to keep it open. But that's interesting. So this is yeah, you can do this. Or I guess. I don't know. No. I don't think you should use assert statements. So well, whatever. Yield statement is next. Yield statements, I think, are the same as like throw statements, or right? I think because you yield a value. In fact, you have to yield a value, right? You can't just yield. I think. Yes, that's correct. Pretty simple. Then we have a labeled statement. What is a labeled statement? Oh, I guess that's yeah. There's an identifier followed by a colon. So hopefully this string label. No, 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 no. Name label. Come on. It has to be a name so that we can view it in the thing, right? Like if we go into the PSI viewer here and we look at this PSI identifier labeled statement, which is this. Okay, this is a little bit bugged, but the point is that this is an identifier. So I can actually view it in the hierarchy. If this wasn't a name and it was just a string, then I wouldn't be able to view it in the hierarchy. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, now we have the big boy. This is a local variable declaration statement. What's Copilot wanting to do is probably a good start. Is the name class just a string wrapper? It kind of, yes. It's a string and a span. Let me see if I can try and find it. Yeah, it's just a string. Oh, a span, and then a list of string, which is the parts, because it could be separated by a dot, right? You could have like you know, my class dot inner class. I don't know why I put it in a string, but you could have like that, right? So this would be one singular name, and it would have two parts, which is why it's done like that. Now, what is Copilot doing? What did it do? It did a thing, right? But it tried to. So start modified annotations. Expect var keyword. No? No. What? Wait. Is it? Is that what it's saying? No. What? Okay, Copilot. Okay. I think the best way to start this is to start with a what's it called? I can't think. God. What did I literally just created this class. A sugar thing. Sugar type graph. We should just pass a sugar type graph. No. Oh, I didn't make a method to pass one. But I should. I very much should. This? Or... Let me do this. Extract method. Oh god, that's created a record. Don't do that, don't do that. How do I cancel? How do I cancel, chat? Oh my god, how do I cancel? Escape? Okay. Let's do private sugar type graph pass sugar type reference. Okay. And then all I have to do in here is return pass sugar type reference. Okay. Which simplifies that method, first of all, which is always a good thing. And then that means in here, I can just pass a sugar type reference. Then we need an identifier, which is correct. Now, question. This allows for a var, correct? Next is any... This doesn't handle var, does it? It doesn't handle a var. But it needs to handle a var. But it can't handle a var because pass type reference is used in other places. Yeah, like extends type or implements type, which can't be vars. Okay. That means this method is kind of useless because I'm not going to be using it then. But like, we don't have a choice. So boolean is var is equal match var keyword. If not is var. Well, I need a type graph, right? Type graph. But the thing is that I don't have a var type graph actually. Do I? Type graph, wildcard type graph. And I guess unless I call it a primitive type ref, which sure, we can call it a primitive type ref. Which is this. Oh, it wants a token. Bugger. It wants a token. Ooh. Eel. Okay. Token of Java type token. Or Java token type, whatever. Var token. If next is any var keyword, then it's equal to advance. And then otherwise it's just null, which means I can actually just do that and get rid of that. Simplify that a little bit. If var token is equal null, then it's a, if it's not equal null, then it's a primitive type. Yeah, primitive type ref with the var token, or it's a parse type ref. Why is this complaining? Ah, this needs to be a new Lexa token, which needs a span. Oh my god. Span, var span. Well, no, I don't need to do that, do I? Wait. Yes, I do. Span, var span, current. Then this needs to be a Lexa token. What the fuck? Why is this complaining? I don't know. Var token is equal null, and then this is equal to the token, and then that's equal to that, which takes in the span, so span from var span, then it takes in the token, then it needs to take in token.lexeme. Still complaining. Now why is it complaining? Lexa token. Lexa token t extends enum. Java token type. Token is a token of Java. What's wrong? Oh, I have .of. Let's use that. .of. Which means I can get rid of this. Okay, that works for some reason. I think that's probably a bug in my code, but oh well. That means I can do that, or okay. So then we pass an identifier. Then we have a list of variable declarators. Yes. Oh, I already have that. If match double equals. No. Assign, right? Or just equals. If match equals, initializer. Yeah, why was that double equals, bro? Double equals. Why it. What? Okay, what is this? Has equals before comma or close parenthesis. yeah, this also needs to be equals. Interesting. Equals. Where am I using just like plain old equals? Anywhere? Interesting. Very interesting. So then while we match a comma, then we get the name, we pass a variable declarator. Okay, that's fine. Then we expect a semicolon, return it, it's complaining because I don't know. Oh, we need to know if it's a var. So I can say var token is equal, not equal, because we want to know if it is a var. Then we check that it's not equal to null. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, this is the hard part because we have to pass expressions. Or do we? You know, we actually don't right now. Let's create this method. Expression statement. Now, I think an expression statement is... Oh god, what did I just do? I think an expression statement is just an expression, if I recall correctly. I don't think there's anything else to it. Yeah. So actually, this is super simple. That will just pass an expression. That's it. Except semicolon, because it's a statement. Yeah. Okay. So that means I think class body declarations, that passes the class body, passes these compact constructor, class member, generic method, field or method declaration, and then field declaration is where we got this from, I believe. No. Where are we calling pass statement then? Oh, loads of places. Okay. Well, that statement's done. To answer your question, Wide, and just to let you guys know, I guess, statements are done. What is complaining up here? I genuinely have no clue. What is complaining? While statement has empty body. Okay, shut up. I don't care. I don't care that the while statement has an empty body. I want it to have an empty body. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Now, I should clarify, just because statements are done doesn't mean we're anywhere close to being done. In reality, we're actually very far from being done. We haven't done lambdas yet. We haven't done just general... We haven't done any expressions, right? And if we go into AST kind, well, AST visitor. If we look in here for expressions, we have all of these. We have all of these. We have That's actually it. So we have all of these expressions, and we have the literals down here. The literals they'll be trivial, right? Because these just hold just a value. I mean, that's couldn't be easier. And at some point we're gonna have to do these as well, which means we're gonna have to come back to it, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. But for the most part, I mean, that's pretty good. We do have to do these declarations though, so interfaces, enums, annotations, and records, because we haven't done those yet, and they are important, of course. Now, how long have we been going for? Almost 2 hours. Okay. So in theory we have another hour on the clock. I don't know if I'm gonna do that full hour, but we're gonna try and start interfaces, and we'll kind of see how it goes. But I do have a pretty bad headache at the moment, so I'm not gonna push it too much. And kind of hope that Copilot does all the work for me, but I don't think it's going to be able to. So, I mean, they kind of are just classes. So what Copilot's doing here is close, at least. So it's the body, class body, deck. Yeah, I mean, I think this is correct. And then it's just doing that. Now, declarations. Well, yeah. So this should actually be class body declaration. And these should be declaration. A declaration can be a member. So if I go, obviously, go to implementations, it can be a class member, which then has these implementations, but more importantly, it can be other things. So it can be, for example, a class declaration, because you could have a class inside of an interface, right? So that's that. I mean, that's interfaces, right? Should we just check that it's done this correct? So you have interface keyword, you have identifier, which is the name, you have any type parameters. Interfaces can have type parameters, can't they? Yes, they can. Then we look for extends types. So if we match an extends keyword, then we pass a type reference whilst we match a comma. Now, I don't think that's quite correct. Or is it? No, I think that is correct. No, that's correct. I think. I was just wondering, at some point we're going to have to be able to pass union types and wildcard types and intersection types. I haven't done that yet. So at some point those are going to have to be plunked in. I just don't know exactly where. But either way, that's fine. Then we expect an open brace. We get a list of declarations, while the next is not a closed brace, and we're not at the end of the file. We're going to try and pass a class body declaration. If the declaration is equal null, we add the declaration. No, if it's not null, we add the declaration. Else we report an error, and we just advance until that's fine. And then we expect a closing brace. Return that. That's fine. I just want to make sure that a class member can be default, right? Like, can it be a default method? which is actually kind of important. So we need to look for methods. Past top level, don't know, that's not correct. We're looking for class members, aren't we? Which has the modifiers and the annotations. Okay, that's fine. If next is a left angle bracket, then it passes a generic method. That's fine. This isn't going to work though, is it? If next is an identifier, a key int. Fuck, this isn't going to work. Damn it. Because you can have abstract methods and you can have default methods, neither of which are handled here. Oh wait. Wait. They might be. They might be handled in the modifiers. Is modifier. Abstract? Okay. They're handled in here. Default isn't though. Default keyword. Wait, is it? No, it's not. It should be, but it's not. That's fine then, actually. That's not a problem. And the rest will just be handled by semantic analysis, which, by the way, guys, is going to be an insane task. I hope you realize that this parser is nothing compared to the semantic analyzer. The semantic analyzer is going to take a very long time because we have to handle every single edge case. The parser is trivial in reality. It's the semantic analysis that will take forever. I know this is completely modding unrelated, but I love to see some streams of you working on your web app thing. We've been just wondering the week. No. To put it simple. No. Not happening. One, because it just wouldn't be... No one would like it. No one would watch it. No one. I don't think people care about web dev, and also even if they did, web dev isn't fun to watch. It's also the kind of thing where it's just a pain to do. Like when I'm doing web dev, I have like 3 windows open at all times, and I can't show that on stream. I guess I could do what I do when we do modding and have like a thing in the top left. But no, it's just not worth it. No one would watch it. I'm pretty confident of that. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. Can enums? Yeah, they can implement interfaces. I would watch. But the thing is, why'd you probably be the only person that watches? Also, I think I would... I don't know, man. That's what you thought about Railroad, though? Kind of. Kind of, yes. I wasn't sure how, I wasn't sure about the perception of Railroad. I thought it was a 50-50. It was either no one would watch it or lots of people would watch it. Granted, I thought it was more likely to be the former, 1 second, am I going crazy? Why is the only thing I have an enum constant declaration, bro? Enums can have methods and constructors. Why am I not? Body declaration. Also, enums can't have type parameters. Why did I add that? This is a class body declaration, which is the body declaration. Also, this needs the name as well. Children and the modifiers, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through some of these again at some point. Modifiers, annotators, name, constants, body, that's fine. So why is this complaining then? Name. Oh, because it's missing the friggin' implement types. Of course it is. List of. No. God friggin' damn it, man. Implement types are just type references. Type reference. Implemented interfaces. And after the name, we add implemented interfaces. Okay. Why is this complaining? I don't know. That is literally a method that I have. Oh, because I'm missing some closing braces and stuff, apparently. I don't know what this is. Oh, I guess that's... Alright. Enum constant. This is an enum constant declaration. There you go. Fixes that. And then it just wants to pass an enum constant, which is kind of simple. Kind of simple. Like, kind of. But enum constants can override methods, which is a little bit more complicated. So we'll come back to that. Well, no, we won't come back to it because we have to do it now. Okay. We'll do it now then. So we want a span start. Can enum constants have annotations? That can't be. Can they? I guess so. I guess you could, right? Enum, my enum. And then I guess you could like do this, right? So yes, they can have annotations. It's weird. Yeah, you can also do this. Is what I was trying to say. You can override methods. Now, you can't have fields in here, right? So I can't do like Oh, you can. So it's literally a class. Can I do this? I can. Interesting. Can I do this? No. Can I do my enum? No, sorry. Private. It would be private. Invalid? No. Interesting. Okay. But then I can have things, right? So I can have like an int value. No, let's not, please. Thank you. Int value. Just a value is equal value. And then you can have methods, right? You can have get value. And then here I can put things. So I can put 5. We will actually have the other constructor though. And we'll just say this 0. I guess it makes sense to to do this, but you can do that, right? This is actually kind of a pain in the butt to pass. Is it? Is it though? It's an identifier followed by a list of expressions. So it'd be an identifier followed by an optional open parenthesis. If there is an open parenthesis, then it will pass a list of expressions whilst it matches a comma, and then it would expect a closed parenthesis. And then optionally, if the next token is an open brace, then it will pass a list of class body declarations, I guess. So that's not too tricky, right? In fact, I don't think we even need Copilot for this one. Well, we don't need Copilot for any of it, but Copilot just helps sometimes. So what did I say? I said identifier, right? No, because it can have annotations. So it can have a list of annotations is equal to a new array list, and then pass. Never mind, I guess it's like this. Does this require? No. Okay, fantastic. I'm lost. We here? No, we're here. Alright, so it has a list of annotations. Then it has an identifier. So we'll do token of Java token type. Okay, Copilot is actually going to come back already because I want to do that. Thank you. Then we do var name. You know, Copilot can come back for this one as well. I can't be bothered to do that. Thank you. Okay, then after that, what did I say? So if next is a open, or I guess we want to match, right? If match open parenthesis. Let me have a look at this real quick. Name class member. Yeah, this is a class body declaration. Because you could in theory define classes inside of a enum constant body, which is super weird, but you could do that. Now this doesn't have parameters, and it needs to. List of expression. Let me do this. Name. I don't know what to call them. Arguments. Oh, yes, they are. They are arguments. Get you out of here. Okay. So then we have name, and then we have children dot add all arguments. So if we match an open parenthesis, then we want to while not match close parenthesis, we want a list of expression arguments equal to a new array list. Then while we don't match a close parenthesis, we want to do arguments dot add pass expression 0 1 0. I don't know what precedence is, to be honest, or why it's there, but it's there, so we're going to use it. If If we match an open parenthesis, then whilst we do not match a closed parenthesis, we want to add the arguments. Nice. Then we need to look for an open brace. So if next is any open brace, and I guess we want to pass pass body declaration. Yeah, we want to do this. Let me come back up to here. So we want a list of class body declaration, class body declarations is equal to a new array list. If next is an open brace, we can just match an open brace and expect a close brace. Bigman Copilot can write us our error message. Thank you. Then we can do whilst not next is any close brace. And in fact, we probably want to do next is any here, and then expect a close parenthesis. That way we can supply an error message. Like that. So whilst the next is not a closed brace, then we just want to do class body declarations dot add pass class body declaration. We need the name of the class. Well, question. What happens if I do this? Is that valid? No. Well, yes, but no. Okay. We have the name of the enum, so we'll use it. And that adds that. I think that's it, right? So then we can just return, and Bigman Copilot can do this part again. That. Nice. We're gonna have a lot of testing to do, guys, I'm gonna be honest. And I suspect we're gonna break a shit ton of stuff. Okay. Then we have annotation types. Should we try and get these two done today, and then I think we'll end the stream. I think that's the plan. So annotation type declaration. Now this one I think is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm not really sure how to do this one. Just an interface, right? Yeah. It's just an interface. You know what I'm tempted to do? I don't know if it's cheating or not. I just kind of want to do interface declaration. Well, Wait, is it? Is it just an interface? Let me have a look at deprecated classes. No, it's not. Because the methods are different. Question, what happens if I write this in a class? Yeah. See, that means it actually passes it differently. It's like physically passed differently. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I was hoping this would be easy. And oh, was I mistaken? See, it's kind of similar, I guess. Can annotations have fields in them? New class annotation. Test annotation. Private final boolean test. Not allowed. What? Modify final is redundant but interface fields. So is this just a constant? It is. It's just a constant. So you can make classes, which means presumably you can do interfaces too. And can these be public? Okay, but they can, but public is default, so interesting. Private final boolean my boolean. So I think it's allowed in terms of like it can be there, but the semantic analyzer doesn't like it. Static is the same. So this is just a field. Right, this is just a field or a static field or whatever. Can I have methods? Void my method. Interface abstract methods cannot have a body. Default not allowed here. What the hell is happening? Only in Java 22 or higher? Wait, what is? What do you mean? You can do this in Java 22? Song has me going insane mode? What song? I'm so curious. I can't hear it. Wait, let me... Okay, I tried to unmute the stream and I can't hear anything. So I don't know if you're actually going insane wide or if I just can't hear anything. I don't know. If you want to know what the song's called, why it's called Mime Dance. But I can't hear it. because I have Nora muted, so I can't hear any of the music you guys can hear. I don't know how to pass these. I'm gonna look at the JLS again. Annotation interfaces. Annotation interfaces behave exactly like any other interface, adding or deleting is analogous to the... No, this is not what I... annotation interface declaration. Defaults for annotation interface elements. You can create body for interface methods only on... What? Are you sure? I don't think you can. Java. Jet. Interface body. You mean Java 8? I'm not sure what you mean. Java 22. Are you gaslighting me? Constructors, showing templates, whatever. Name variables. I don't think that's a thing, man. Twenty-three. 23 is the one that has when clauses, I see. But no, not 23. Okay, why is that the exact same as 20? Am I crazy, or are they actually exactly the same? Okay, they're not exactly the same. Okay, whatever. It's just an interface, right? So well, it's not an interface. It's not an interface. As it says, it's literally not an interface. See, the problem is interface oh, does it have to be called value? No, it doesn't have to be called value. Even though it says it kind of says it does. As in single element in annotation interface defines an element called value. Is Java made in Java? I think so. Kind of, right? And I don't know what the JVM is written in. I assume C, maybe? I don't know. I mean, the JVM itself can't be written in Java. So Probably C or C++. I think honestly, guys, we might just end the stream here because it looks like this is what I was looking for. This. How can I link to this? How do I get a link to this? 9.6.1. Thank you. Let me delete this real quick. I'm just gonna leave a comment for me. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Just because we're not gonna get annotations done today. They're a pain in the butt. Yeah, because it just has different elements. Which is the whole... it's a whole thing. Right. Well, I mean, it's not that bad, but we're not going to get it done in half an hour. Well, I don't know. It would push it. It would push it. But I have a pretty bad headache right now anyways. So I will probably end it here, regardless of whether we could get it done. But I think we're coming along really well. Annotations, obviously, left to be done. Records, left to be done. But records will be trivial, because I've already done most of the code for that. In fact, all of it. It will just be passing a class declaration, actually, won't it? And then a bunch of parameters. And then in... you know what? We can do records real quick. We can do records, and then we'll end. We'll quickly do records. And then we'll end the stream after we've done records. So, record declaration. Boom, 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 boom. Copilot's going to do most of it, hopefully. Because it is just classes, but with a bunch of parameters. So, record, name, type. Records have type parameters? Trying to think. I don't think records can have type parameters. Right? No, maybe they can. Maybe they can, actually. I think they probably can. So that has a open parenthesis record component. It's just a parameter, little bird. Wait, I actually have this? But this is just a parameter. One second. Parameter. Oh, because a parameter can be a var or not. Okay, that's stupid. Wait, why can parameters be vars? That doesn't make sense. Why did I do that? Whatever. Record component, whatever. Annotations, modifiers, type preference, identifier. Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Let's just let it finish this. Splitted that to do that. That just passes in true to here because it's a record. Boom, 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 boom. Connect a close brace. Record declaration. Extends doesn't exist. But it goes type parameter components and then type ref, which is that. And then why is this missing the declaration? List of class. No. Class body declaration. Body declarations. Like that. Body declaration. Okay. This is also is missing the modifiers and also the name. type parameters, components, implements, body. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we at? So that's fine. Class body declarations, so passes that. Boom, boom, boom. That's all fine. This isn't a thing. Just go. You can't extend stuff on a record, right? Record. Test record. Extends. I don't know, string builder. String binding, whatever. Yeah, you can't do that. Extend's not allowed on records. Trevor was trying to gaslight me. Again. But that's records done. I mean, you guys can see how simple that was. So the only one now is just annotations, which we're going to do next time. So I am going to end the stream here. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And I will be streaming again probably next weekend, I guess. We might do a double stream next weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. We'll see, not sure. But yeah, I am going to end it here, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.